Been going round and round all day, baling some hay and stacking it all up. Can't wait for the sun to go down, roll into town, shine the old truck up, swing by the quick stop, grab a little shiner box, then ease on out your way to your place around 8 o'clock. Well, I'm just ready to ride this Chevy down a little.
I'm skipping breakfast because I'm running late.
Why?
Because I have to go to work early, okay?
Fixturing in the red line, check for man exposing himself. Apparently we were there early. Thank you.
And 324.
24.
Clear on a 2002 Chevy to Evelyn Northern out of Harvey.
29, thank you. Door light. I'll get someone to ride with you. $24.32 for backup.
32.
Can you ride with them over there? That's at landlord tenant dispute 1456 West Elmdale.
Sunday.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Where's the coyote at?
No entiendo.
¿No entiendes?
No.
Venga para acá, man. ¿Dónde está el coyote?
No
¿Dónde
sé,
corrió?
no sé,
sabe?
no sé.
Venga para acá. Está embarazada, man. No se me vaya a mover. Más arriba. Volteese. Despacio, volteese. Así, bien. Ponga la mano atrás. Siéntese aquí mero. Aquí no. ¡Quietos! La mano por arriba. Que miren hacia frente. Las dos juntas. ¿Por dónde fue el coyote?
Hacia los corrales.
¿De qué lado?
Sí.
Ok, volteese. Ponga la mano atrás.
¿Dónde está el otro oficial?
Voy para atrás.
For a long time, Mrs. Gonzalez was uneasy about meeting her husband's murder, mainly because she felt the offender, Gustavo Garcia, deserved a harsher punishment. She felt that every place she turned for support and assistance led nowhere, as she continued to grieve the vicious death of a loved one and was consumed by rage and anger. As for the offender, he struggled with feelings of guilt, rage, and hopelessness, and wanted the opportunity to apologize to the victim and to express remorse for his actions. The preparation phase lasted over 2 years, mainly because the offender was continuously in trouble, in prison, in lockdown, and moved from prison to prison. Before the mediator read the ground rules in which both the victim and offender consent to video recording. The offender was informed that participating would not give him any credit to lower his sentence. Mr. Garcia met with the mediator multiple times, often as twice as a month. He expressed his concerns and hoped the victim would understand his position.
Shine your light down on me, lift me up so I can see.
Mrs. Gonzalez prepared for the mediation by reading Gustavo's, the offender file. She found out that he had a family with children and a wife. The session began with Ms. Gonzalez's opening statement. For a long time, I felt that this meeting was pointless, but as time went on, there were so many questions left unanswered.
My name is Deborah Canales. I am the mediator for this victim-offender mediation. This mediation is to empower the crime victim and the offender to resolve their conflict at the community level through mediated face-to-face dialogue. It's an essential component to provide both offenders and the victim an opportunity to express their feelings, share their pain or remorse, ask questions, and dispel stereotypes about each other during the mediation session.
Why did you kill my husband? To me, he was all my world.
I understand your pain, and I understand it was something that maybe could have been avoided, but you have to understand me in one way, that it was either me and my family or your husband. The cartel does not forgive anybody for losing a shipment of people like that. At that time I acted on instinct. I understand he was part of your world, and I'm sorry for that. But my family's a part of my world, and I cared more about them at that time.
Please tell me what happened that night.
He pulled us over. We bailed out of the truck. We ran. I hid in a barn. He came looking for me with his weapon drawn. I had my gun drawn. So I thought I could get away. So when he turned around, I shot him in the back. I never shot anybody before. It's a horrible feeling. I'm not proud of it. But at that time, instinct kicked in, and that's what had to be done.
That day you killed him, I had a surprise for him. I was going to tell him that I was pregnant.
I'm sorry. That's the only thing I can say. I feel that makes me feel worse. I'll have to live with that every day of my life. But I mean, you should tell your son that your husband was a great man and he was only doing his job.
This mediation required the active involvement of all affected parties to make the offender accountable for what he did and to help the victim heal. It's been a long process, and this victim-offender mediation is supposed to be beneficial for both the victim and the offender. I thank both of you for being respectful to one another, and I hope it helped to get answers and to get some closure.
The session lasted for 6 hours, with small breaks and a break for lunch. Present in the mediation was Ms. Gonzalez, the mediator, offender, plus the camera crew. For the offender, it let him express his reasons for making the decision he made, and better understand the harm he caused to the victim's family and find peace within himself. For Ms. Gonzalez, the meeting gave her a better understanding of the event that led to her husband's murder. After the mediation, both the victim and the offender kept contact with the mediator because they had a strong emotional tie. The mediator encouraged them to take the necessary time to continue their own healing journey. The wife was very satisfied with her mediator's role during the session.
The day after the mediation session, I could feel that a lot of tension I had been carrying around vanished. I had a sense of relief and realized it was because I had to let go of feelings of vengeance and despair. The mediation had allowed me to turn my thoughts back to constructive direction and to feel optimistic about the future.
From underneath the trees, we watch the sky, confusing stars, the satellite.